Hi everyone, this is Colleen with artwork by Colleen, which was formerly called Colleen's Clay Addiction. However, my artwork goes into many different mediums, so I decided if I stuck with my artwork by Colleen, it would kind of encompass everything. Anyway, enough of that shenanigans. Today I thought we'd do a beach ball. Why a beach ball, you ask? Well, a while back, I covered this jar completely in clay, and I did kind of 3D with I kept everything up, and I put Mickey and Minnie, and I wanted to add a little beach ball to the beach. But I wanted to do it a little differently this time. I wanted to kind of get a mixed media feel going. So I took a canvas and I painted the basis of a sunset scene, and then I planned to add in the clay to do the palm tree here, Mickey and Minnie, and I thought a little beach ball on the beach would be really cute. So there you go. Anyway, back to the whole beach ball thing. So what I have here, oh, sorry for the moving camera. What I have here is obviously the colors of the beach ball. You don't have to go exactly with these colors, and honestly, you can do whatever colors you really want to. For instance, instead of doing this dark blue here, I'm going to put in purple. I'm going to lighten it up because I don't like it quite that dark, and probably not this light, but I'm going to mix those two together a little bit to get a little bit lighter of a purple. I already had the red, and it's kind of sparkly, which was because I had used it for a previous project. I added glitter to it, and since I've already got it, hey, why not? I had a little bit this yellow left and a little bit of that one. I'm going to combine those two. If I feel like it's still a little bit darker than I want, I might add a little bit of light to it. We'll see how it goes when it gets a little further along. This blue kind of matches that light blue. I've got the green. I've got a couple of different pieces of green. This one I had actually done on another project, and I kind of made it a little bit too translucent, so when it baked it was a little bit darker than I'd wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and add some green back into it, and so it's not too yellowy of a green. I thought I'd add this green that's got a little shade of maybe turquoise bluishness to it. This is some pink I had in my drawer already. I try to use up all my clay as much as I can. See, this was a combination of a blue and a pink, which is, I don't want to give it a purpley effect, so this pink was a little more on the red side, so I'm going to probably combine those two together. Then, of course, I have the white for the middle because you got to have a white middle. Then I added a little bit of black over here because I am going to outline each of these in black. So I ended up making this printout about a 3.5 inch square. As it turned out, I probably could have / gone a little bit smaller, but hey, I've already printed it, so here we are. But because of that, I'm only going to make it about 3/4 inch tall, and then I can reduce it to the different sizes that I need, because if this canvas idea works out like I hope it will, I plan to make it in a few different sizes. So first we're going to go and what I'm going to do first actually is mix these colors that aren't mixed yet. I'm going to go ahead and mix those, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. I'm back. All the colors are mixed. By the way, I didn't like the red and pink next to each other, so I switched them up. You don't have to do them in every certain order. Maybe I said that right, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of do it this way. I got the white piece. I only lightened up the purple just a little bit. Purple, green, and gold, that's very Mardi Gras. Maybe I don't want those like that. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Maybe we'll switch these two up. That's even worse. Never mind, hold up. Okay, now I'm happy. Sorry about the shaking camera again. Now I'm happy with the color combination. So hopefully I have enough of each. It's possible I may need a little more blue. We shall see when we get started with this. I formed a little white center, and I'm going to wrap that one in a minute with the black, and then I'm going to start forming each of these sections, and then wrap each one. So let me roll out some black to wrap this up, and then we'll work on one section and see how it goes. All right, so I'll put the black around. You want to do the black as thin as you can. So as small as your pasta machine goes, you want to thin it out as because you just want like a little tiny definition. You don't need to see a big line or anything. And then I rolled out the yellow, and I'm just gonna come and make little rows like this. Super simple, super easy, fairly quick. And just gonna do like that to build up the yellow. When that one's built up, I'll be right back. I make mistakes too, and I keep them in my videos to let you know when you screw up, it's not the end of the world. So since I switched which colors were going where, I'm gonna definitely need more yellow to fit into this big circle here, because as I started doing these, I got about this far and realized I definitely wasn't gonna have enough. And since I mixed these two colors, I went ahead and pulled it off. I'm gonna go mix some more yellow with it. And then I'll come back and finish it up. Okay, I cut it really close with the yellow, like I could have used a smidge more, but I think it'll be fine. What I'm gonna do before I do the next color is I'm gonna put a little small line of black here and one here, and then I can start building the next color. So I'm just gonna take a piece of black about the length. I'm gonna guesstimate. The length of that, and cut off the ragged edges and put it, I keep it over here in a pile because I'll just push that back together and roll it out again. All right, so I'm gonna come here, I'm just gonna place it along like this. Now I'm gonna wait and do the back side because I'm gonna make that one piece that goes all the way around the whole beach ball. Not that I think that'll make a big difference. I honestly don't think it will, but anyway, that's just the way I decided to do it. So I don't really think there's a right or wrong way for that. It's probably a personal preference. So if you prefer wrapping each piece, you know, go for it. Then I'm gonna take this little extra piece, I'm gonna come on this side, and I'm gonna start putting it together because I really don't like wasting clay. So what I'm gonna do, and it takes a little longer to do it this way, and I could roll this one up and reuse it after, but I'm just gonna try it this way. So I'm just gonna piecemeal this one together. It's not gonna matter once you reduce it because you will definitely won't know it was piecemealed because it'll all blend together. So see if you can see that a little better. So I cut it there. Just gonna slice that off like that without slicing my finger, preferably. Come here, and there we go. And there's two little pieces now. Okay, so now I got my first color done. I think I got a lot of this pink, so I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna do the pink here for the red. I hope that doesn't screw up everything, but I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it the same exact way. I'm gonna come in, roll this out, and I'm gonna start putting line by line little pieces. If you wanted to push it together, you can. The only reason I don't is because I found when I did that before, and maybe it was just because when I was packing something with translucent, it seemed way harder and it seemed not to reduce very well. So I'm just taking the time to do it row by row. So when you're doing the next color, you want to make sure you butt it up all the way against that black so you don't leave any space. And you push it up against that, cut it a line, same exact way you did the other one. So go ahead and fill the next color up, and then I'll be back. All right, so here we are, halfway along. Do the purple next, then blue, and then finally the red. So just like the other ones, we're gonna make our little lines, and then we'll see what. Okay, we're down to the last color, and it's gonna be slightly more challenging, not that big of a deal, but the slightly more challenging part is you're gonna have to fit it into that last section. So I'm gonna angle, I'm just guesstimating how big I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna angle the pieces in, and then that way it should, theoretically, oh yeah, look, it does, okay. It'll go straight in. So then I'm going to, you know, even it off. And then that's the way you're gonna have to do it. So you're gonna angle each piece in so that it goes butted up against both sides. And then we'll look at when we go to wrap the black. Okay. Now that our whole thing is done, not the same color logo, but the same. I'm just gonna go around and put the black all the way around here. And then I'll start reducing and come back intermittently to show you what that looks like. And there we have one completed beach ball. Now, to start reducing it, you're just gonna squeeze it in the middle. My biggest concern in reduction is that these two pieces of clay, where I don't know if they were old or what, but they were a little stiffer than the rest. So I'm gonna try to keep it conformed to the circle to the best I can. See, that red's already trying to squish through and get smaller, so I'm going to try to keep it. What I'm going to do is just start rolling it, and that should keep that circular size going. I'm going to slowly do this because I really don't want this distorted, and I'm going to try to keep pushing that red. In fact, I'm going to try to hold this a little while I reduce it, so see if that helps any. All right, so I'm going to come back in a couple minutes with a little bit further reduced, and we'll see where we are. I'm just going to show you exactly what I thought was going to happen is happening. These are squishing out, and these two are not spreading out. See, all this is spread to this length, and yet these two are holding back here, which is simply going to mean that it's going to make this more distorted on the ends, which is going to give me less of a amount of cane I can use. I want this beach ball to be about 30% smaller than it is right now, so I'm going to keep squeezing this down a little bit more. I'm trying to heat up this middle section as I go. And then when I get a little bit further, I'm going to cut it in half. We'll see the finished. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with that. That's the finished cane. Again, I hope you enjoy this. A little extra dog hair for fun. So again, this is Colleen with Artwork by Colleen. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd appreciate it if you do so. Y'all have a great day. Now that the video's done, I just wanted to show y'all a final shot of what the finished product looked like. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I think it's pretty cute. Thanks.